You know what I mean? From day to night, from when I wake up to when I go to sleep. I just don't get any time to just be off. So after a couple times of like asking him like, hey, can you do this? And him being like, yeah, okay, I'll help, or I'll show up more, I'll do this, you know? But then like after some time, him like falling through the cracks again. And plus other things that have happened in our relationship from the past, I was just like, if I'm going to be a single mom, I might as well just be a single mom. Like, I'm not going to be a single mom in a marriage. I'm going to be an actual single mom where I don't have to nag someone or complain all the time or feel like I'm doing more than what I need to or what I should. And so, yeah, at one point I was just like, I dipped, I bounced. Yeah. And it was a mental preparation. You know, people say, like, women, they leave mentally, emotionally before they physically leave.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, yes.
It was
I'm
one
with
of those.
you. Yes.
Yeah, it was one of those. So that's how that went down.
I'm ready.
All right. Hey, guys, and welcome to another episode of Unlearning Motherhood. Today I'm with my friend Klarque.
Yes.
She's amazing. Go ahead and give yourself an introduction.
Hi, I am Klarque. I'm a doula, a childbirth educator, a birth worker, student midwife, all the things. I don't know. I read tarot. Got on my little tarot dress today.
She's really good at it.
Thank you.
Really good at it.
Thank you so much. They do say I read for filth.
Hurt in my soul. But it's great.
But I love to do it, you know.
Yeah.
So for sure. And I'm just really happy to be here. I feel like I've been trying to connect with L'Oreal to do this podcast for like a really long time.
I was like, she don't want to do this. She don't really
Did y'all just hear all the things I do?
Okay. Yeah, she's very busy.
So I'm happy to be here, though. I'm like super excited for us to dive in today and like talk about the things basically we talk about on the phone and voice notes. Look, y'all.
I be yapping.
7-minute voice notes, like those memes. It's like,
I feel like I always have you beat though. Like you do 2 minutes, I do 4. You do 6, I do 8.
Yeah, it's true because it just gets longer and longer.
Yeah, there's always more to say.
It's literally like listening to our own podcast, like just sitting there, like brushing your teeth and listening to it.
Yeah, something like we just need to do this.
Yeah, so this naturally was a thing, I think.
Yeah, finally, and at the right time.
Yeah,
for whatever reason, I don't know why it didn't happen sooner, but it's okay. Well,
we're here
now. Right.
We're here.
It's fine. So I feel like I normally ask this question, but you kind of already answered it. So who are you outside of like being a mom?
Yeah. I feel like even though I have a lot of roles and responsibilities, I still have to be like our personal time. That we just talked about that. Like I took off of work for 2 weeks and just making sure that I make that time for myself. So like that relaxation time, hanging out with friends without your child, because it's fun to bring them and people like it. But you know, when we were together and we had our kids, it's like, don't do that, y'all stop.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I was really excited to get together with you today, because I was like, oh, we don't have the kids today. I forget who I was talking to yesterday. Somebody was like, oh yeah, you can bring Sasha, and I was like, absolutely not. Yeah, no, it's not happening. I love her, but no, like it's a different version of you that shows up when you have your child.
Right.
Yeah.
And we need that. Like, we need that time and space from our children. Even though we value our children, we value motherhood, we can also value our personal time.
Right.
So I feel like outside of being a mom, even though tarot is like my thing, or tarot, however you want to say it.
I thought it was just tarot.
Girl, I hear people say tarot, and I'm like,
that's fancy.
What is that? Yeah.
Tarot.
Even though like I get paid for that, and that's like my money maker as well. I love to do it. So like I catch myself being like, girl, just let me pull your cards, because I just like to do it. So I find that to be nice in my personal time. And literally rest, utilizing rest as a Black woman, utilizing rest as a woman in general, and then utilizing rest as a birth worker. Because you know we go too hard.
I've gotten really good at boundaries when it comes to that.
Good.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, well, I just had a mom recently ask me, like, I was reaching out to schedule, like, a prenatal, and she asked me if I could do, like, later in the day, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, here are my weeks that I can do later in the day, because, you know, I have Sasha.
Yeah.
So weeks when I have Sasha, I'm not going to, like, scramble my brain trying to figure out who can watch her. Like, we'll just do it when she's with her dad, basically. And so I was like, yeah, I can do later in the day. And she's like, can you do 7:30?
Woo!
And I was like, I can do 6. That's the latest I can do. So I'm like, I'm not getting home at 10 at night.
Basically, yeah.
That's, you know, which sucks to tell somebody no. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not going to do that to myself. Because I've done it before, and I was like, I am never doing this again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of, while you're on the topic, I've done this before, and I'll never do this again. That reminds me of, like, having to make the choice as a single mother.
Yeah.
Or the best choices for yourself. Because we have to think of ourselves sometimes over our children, even though our children are a priority. You know?
Yeah.
So I think one of the things is, how do we choose ourselves first? Like, how do we even get to that point of, like, okay, I basically choosing to be a single mother?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, how did you get to that point?
Well, it's funny because I was supporting at a support group on a Friday, and so many of the women who show up are still in relationships, they're still in marriages, right? They're in a 2-parent household, but they're still struggling with their partner. Not saying like it's a horrible relationship or anything like that, but there's struggles there where maybe like the partner's not being as supportive as, you know, they're supposed to be, or they're just like not showing up the way that they need to, or just like carrying the load, you know, like equally, you know what I mean? And it brought me back to, I'm like, wow, I'm usually almost always the only single mom in these groups. But my whole thing was, when I left my daughter's father, I was at a place of like asking him, like, hey, can you do this? I know you're at work all day. I get that when you get home, you're tired and you just kind of want to like space out and zonk out. But like, I've been home all day with this baby, and I'm working. I was also working from home, so it's not like I'm just like, and stay-at-home moms, that's not an easy job. Like, it's not an easy job by any means. But it was like, I was also stay-at-home and I was working from home, and so I'm like, I don't get the chance to just be off. You know what I mean? From day to night, from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I just don't get any time to just be off. So after a couple times of like asking him like, hey, can you do this, and him being like, yeah, okay, I'll help, or I'll show up more, I'll do this, you know. But then like after some time, him like falling through the cracks again, and plus other things that have happened in our relationship from the past, I was just like, if I'm gonna be a single mom, I might as well just be a single mom. Like, I'm not gonna be a single mom in a marriage. I'm gonna be an actual single mom where I don't have to nag someone or complain all the time or feel like I'm doing more than what I need to or what I should. And so yeah, at one point I was just like, I dipped, I bounced. Yeah. And it was like, it was a mental preparation. You know how people say like women, they leave mentally, emotionally before they physically leave?
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm with you. Yes.
Yeah, it was one of those. So that's how that went down.
Yeah, and I feel like that's such a tough decision to make, because it's like you think, oh, I want us to be all together. Oh, I don't want my child to be affected. Oh, I want my child to grow up in a 2-parent household. And it's like, as a person personally who grew up in a 2-parent household, you're like, I want that for my child. But then you have to make that decision, and it's like, it literally feels like the world is crumbling until you do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I don't know. It was so interesting because I don't feel like I was really thinking of any of those things. I feel like other people were mentioning it to me.
Really?
Yeah, like his mom at some point was just like, well, think about Sasha. Like, she deserves to grow up in a 2-parent household. And I was just like, she deserves to have parents that are happy. And she deserves to be happy.
Yes.
And that's not going to be the case.
As the kids do, yes.
Yeah, that's just not going to be the case if we're living together. If we just try to force this relationship to work for the sake of her seeing 2 parents in the same house, like she's going to see us bickering and arguing or resentment or whatever it's going to manifest into.
And that's not healthy.
No. So I was just like, no, thank you. And I grew up with a single mom, you know, so I was just like, it's not the end of the world. Is it hard? Yeah. Like, but if she can do it, I can do it, you know? Right. Yeah. What about you?
I feel like, for me, it felt like the world was crumbling. Yeah. Because I feel like I already had a lot of pressure on me, just in general. I'm an only child. I was like the first grandchild for some of my grandparents. So it's just kind of like, there's a lot of pressure there. So it's like, when I told my parents, like, yeah, I'm leaving my child's father, they were like mixed. You could tell. Like, they didn't say anything bad, and they were really supportive. Right. But I kind of felt like their heart, like, oh, you know, because they worked so hard to give me like a better life than they had. And not saying that a terrible life to be a single mom, but there are challenges,
there
right?
Absolutely are, yeah.
But once I was in it and I was like out here on my own, it was tough at first. It's emotionally hard because you're going through a breakup and you're raising a child.
Yeah, that was hard.
That part was like...
That transition was hard.
I hope I never have to feel that again. I'll be very serious. Because it was hard. Like, I got sick. I felt ill just because I'm trying to do so much. I'm taking care of my child. I'm being a doula. Because at that time, I was a full-time doula.
Yeah.
So I'm being a doula. I'm calling for help for my mom. We live in separate cities. And it's not like I was doing it all by myself. Like, to his credit, we do spend half the time, right? So half of the time she's with him and half of the time she's with me. When she's with me, I don't want to be at birth. I don't want to be, like, away. So I feel like the transition was tougher than the actual act, if that makes sense.
No, that absolutely makes sense, because it was tough for me, too. The transition, I decided to, like, leave our home that we stayed in together. I went to go live with my mom. And I was like 9 months postpartum. Like,
oh my gosh, I didn't know it was that soon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we never talked about that.
Yeah. I meant business. Like,
girls, when they say I'm standing on business, you had standing.
I meant business.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, like, obviously, I still got baby fat. What?
And wait a minute. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm just astounded right now because it's like at 9 months. Your hormones are still all over the place. Like, not as much as, like, immediately postpartum. But you're still, like, regulating. Some people don't even have their period still at 9 months.
Yeah, no, I didn't have mine yet.
See? That's what I'm saying. Like, we're still going through those very real postpartum moments. Like, that's a big deal. Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't realize how big, but it was just, like, it felt like it needed to happen at that moment. Just because even when I was pregnant with Sasha, I was on the fence on if I would stay or go. And so... Again, it was like one of those things where I was like, it was already like in my mind of just like, okay, we might have to bounce soon, you know? And I remember there being like a day where I started crying because I was just like, I think it was Mother's Day, and it was like in the evening, me and my sister are like drunk, we're like walking down the street at night, and she's like, oh, you know, like you and your husband are so perfect, blah, blah, blah. And I just started busting out crying, and I was like, I'm leaving him. Like, I'm not... Yeah, nobody knew, but I just couldn't hold it anymore because I'm drunk, you know? So I'm just like, I'm leaving him. I was like, I don't know when. I think she just thought I was just being emotional. Being drunk,
like,
right?
girl.
She's like, okay, girl. Like,
let me pat you on the back, take you home.
Yeah. And then literally, like, a month later, like, I left. Yeah, it felt like God kind of like came into like my spirit and my body and just like guided me to like pack everything up. And I was just like, and before I knew it, I was in the car, and before I knew it, I was at my sister's house, and before I knew it, I was calling him being like, hey, I'm not coming home. Yeah, it was really, really crazy. But the transition, so I'm 9 months postpartum, so I still got some baby fat, right? Like, and that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand about me, because people know me now to be like L'Oreal, the doula, you know, the childbirth educator, like all that kind of stuff. But when I was pregnant and before I was pregnant, like I looked very different. I was, you know this, like I weighed more than I had ever weighed in my life. So in a matter of like maybe a month, I had lost like 20 pounds. Like I lost so much weight. People are like, oh my God, you look amazing. Like, what did you do to snap back? And I was like, girl, I'm depressed.
Like, we laugh now, but it's like, please,
it's hard.
like,
it's hard. It's hard. I was like, this is the right thing, but that doesn't mean that this is what I want, you know?
Yeah, and that, let's talk about that too, that depression, right? Because it's like we go through this thing where it's like we're in a relationship and we're just so unhappy. And we're feeling depressed, and we're feeling like, this isn't where I want to be. We're arguing. We're going through these things. And I remember when I was getting ready to leave, I was like, I don't want my child to see this. I didn't grow up like this.
How old was she at the time?
She was almost 2. She was a month from being 2. And what happened for me was I really had an awakening, I guess you could say. Because I was like, I can tolerate this. We're going to work through this. It's going to get better.
Wow.
And then I went to Puerto Rico for a spiritual retreat, y'all. And because I was just like, I need something. Because I felt it. I was like spiritually interrupted. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a very spiritual girly.
She really is.
So when I feel misaligned, I feel not myself. Right?
Absolutely,
so taking care of a child, taking care of a household, all of those things was tough. I went on a spiritual retreat, went to Puerto Rico, had a talk with my best friend, and I just cried so much. Because she was with me, obviously. I just cried and I cried and I cried. And we had all these heart-to-hearts. And I was like, oh my God, I think it might be time. You know? So I come back.
Yeah.
Immediately, as soon as I touch down, argument in front of her. And I don't like to argue in front of people.
Yeah.
I feel like it's tacky. I feel like it's trifling. I mean, people do it. It happens. No offense to y'all that do it. But I don't like it because I know it can get real nasty. And you don't know what might come out of their mouth.
Absolutely.
And,
Yeah.
And then after that, it kind of was on me. Like, okay, I tried to give him other solutions. He didn't like them. It was just time to go. But the trick part was we had to live together for 4 months after we broke up.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because we came from Iowa.
Yeah.
So we came from a different state. We had to stay together 4 months because of our lease. Got out of that lease, and then I was able to move. But imagine staying with somebody you don't want to be with and don't want to be with you for 4 months.
No, I can't imagine.
Girl.
It seems so awkward.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Because it's just like there's so many ups and downs. It's awkward. It's uncomfortable. But then you get your own space, and now it's like your nervous system is regenerating.
Yeah.
And people, I don't think people take that seriously enough.
You know, no. I mean, there's women that tell me like, wow, like you got out of that relationship. Sure, it took you some time, but there are people stuck in relationships for like 10, 20, 30 years.
And abuse sometimes too. And still stuck in it.
Yeah, I would say there was definitely emotional abuse,
Yeah.
which is like not easy, and it's hard to even like come to terms with that,
Ooh, yeah, because you don't want to be that. You feel like, I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, it's like, was this really that bad? It was bad.
Yes.
It was bad. Yeah. So we're here, and I really don't regret it. Like, I don't regret it. It's crazy to think, right? Like, it's really crazy, but it's like, I would choose this every single day. And I tell people now, I'm like, I would never have another child unless that partner was like he would have to be the most supportive man, like just naturally a considerate person, naturally wants to just do things, naturally is just there for you, just it's in them. I feel like there's certain things that you can't teach. It's just in you.
Yeah.
And
it has to be on you, like your personality almost. And the way that they're raised.
Yeah, I would absolutely never have another child unless, like, I know that man would walk on fire, for me.
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Like, and look, let's talk about that too, because dating.
Oh, yes, dating. As a single mom. You're so good at this.
Stop it! Oh my God, no! I'm just here to chat.
No.
I just like talk. We the yap, So
but you're pulling it back in. I love it.
But it's
like,
you. It's you. You're taking me there,
good.
and I'm following.
This is so good, though. I love this.
Chef's kiss. My friends always make fun of me because I'm always like, eat it up. Like, I love it. And I'm greedy. I love food. Anyways, yeah. So let's talk about that with dating. How? Just you say what you want about dating, because we could go a million different ways with it.
We will, because I feel like, we have such different experiences in life. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have we always have such contrasting experiences. Like we're experiencing the same things, but it's very different how we handle it and how it kind of comes to us. And so it's interesting because dating for me, man, for one, right now I'm in a place where I'm just I'm not dating, because I just am really enjoying yes. It just feels good. It just feels really good to not have to put out all that energy. I'm really in this season of just giving myself all the love that I need. I feel like there was a point in post separation where I just desperately wanted to be in a relationship. And
really?
So, yeah, I was just where's my person? Where's my soulmate? I know he's around the corner. We're every day.
Yeah.
And at some point I was just girl, you're fine. But dating for me has been interesting. I feel like a lot of times men will kind of they're attracted, they're talking, and they're like, oh, do you have kids? And I'm like, yeah. So I don't usually automatically disclose that I have Sasha, just because for me, I feel like a lot of men, they think if you're a single mom, you just want a man to take care of your child. You know what I mean?
Oh,
that's what I think. And so, and that's also what I've kind of gotten, but that also might just be my subconscious, kind of sending it out, right? To where, I don't disclose it because I'm Sasha has her dad. He's in her life all the time. We split our time 50-50 with her. So it's I'm not looking for a man to be a stepfather. I'm just dating,
Yeah.
And so when men are oh, do you have a daughter? Or do you have a child? I'm yeah, I have a daughter. They're kind of oh.
That's so weird to me.
They're kind of like,
because we're not in our like early 20s. Mm-hmm. We're in our 30s.
Yeah,
we're like almost mid 30s.
So I think it's a stigma of like being a black woman for one, for me. But then this is the catch-22, I guess you could say, is that like they'll be like, oh, and they're not completely turned off because like I'm still me, like I'm still a phenomenal person, you know. So they're just kind of like reserved about it a little bit, and they're like, oh well, I guess like the conversation will kind of come up, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm divorced, I have a child, and they're like, oh, you're divorced, so all of a sudden it kind of becomes like acceptable that
because you were married.
Because I was married, and I'm just like, what does that matter, really?
I want to say this. I was having a talk with a friend, and I saw this meme, and it was like, I really let somebody baby mama me. I really did though, and it's like I do feel like people view it as lighter, like it's more acceptable or less stereotypical when it's like, yeah, I was married but I'm divorced, rather than I was in a relationship and I decided to leave or I decided not to be, because people automatically think, oh, the baby changes everything, and it's like, how you know it wasn't bad before the baby? Excuse me, how do you know the relationship wasn't bad before the baby?
Because it is.
Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
But we still go forward.
Yeah.
Trying to make it work.
Yeah. So naive.
So naive, child. Child.
Yeah, but it really doesn't matter. So that's kind of been like my experience with dating, where now I'm like, okay, I'll disclose, especially after talking with you, where you're like, oh yeah, I'll let people know, like, she is the light of my life and she is my best friend. I can't help it. You know, all that. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, because it is true. Like, I love that little girl down, and she's always going to come first.
She's the most major part of my life. And I know people say, your child shouldn't be. No, baby, my child is my star.
Yeah. No.
You know, she is the most major part of my life. So it's like, I feel like I can't even go a day without talking about her to somebody. So if I'm going on a date, it's probably going to be one of the first things out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I love my child.
Yeah.
I can't even help it.
Maybe it's the fact that, like, I think I do such a good job at like compartmentalizing my life. So yeah, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but like when Sasha's with her dad, like I am not a mom.
Oh wow,
I'm not a mom. Like I don't feel like a mom. I feel like me.
Which that can be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean I think so. Like I still think about her, of course. Like I still miss her and love her, but like I really like treasure and value that time. And maybe it's because you go more days without, you know, seeing her when she's gone.
I do.
You know, but it's 1 week on, 1 week off. So when I got that week, I am just low. I'm L'Oreal. Like I'm not a mom.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Like when you talk about it in terms of time, because when my daughter is gone, it's a month. So it's like I have 4 whole weeks. Usually I spend the first week sad. Let's be honest. I'm in bed crying. And then after that I shake back. I'm like, all right, let's get back in the world, you know? But I think, okay, so when it comes to dating though, we do have quite opposite experiences. Because I feel like I'm in my 30s and people are really acceptable of that or accepting of that. And typically I've dated people who don't have children. So it's just like, for me, I feel like it's never an issue. It's never like, oh, you got a baby dad. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Like, and it's like, I've only probably talked to one person who had a child, and it like wasn't a big deal, but he was a deadbeat dad. Oh, yeah. A deadbeat dad. Yeah. Not doing it. So
wish it on my worst enemy.
Like really worst enemy, and my thing is, I'm like, oh no. No. So that's already showing your character to me, so I had to cut that off real quick. But everybody else, it hasn't really been an issue. It never really even comes up. They might even ask, oh, how's things going with your daughter? You know? Yeah. And then they're understanding my schedule too. But I will be honest, because of my schedule, I don't really like to talk on the phone during the day when I'm with her. Obviously, I wait till she goes to bed, or some people not down with that. Yeah. They're like, it's late. I got to wake up at 4 a.m. I got to go to work. Yeah. You know, and it's like, that's not going to work, you know? But I never feel discouraged. I never feel like I'm being judged because of that. And I also, maybe I thought of it in the opposite way, like maybe because I'm a black woman, it's like, I don't want to say not a stigma, but like not a stigma. Like I don't know. Like I feel like traditionally, let me say not even traditionally, I don't want to use that word. Yeah. That I feel like some black men have been raised by single moms. So it's like when they meet a woman who is a single mom, it's not as like, you know? Yeah, I experienced that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, okay, I've had this experience it's not really that big of a deal. It's not really a thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't really feel like that affects my dating life at all.
Yeah.
What affects my dating life more so is me.
You?
Let's be real.
You?
Yes.
How so?
Me.
Yeah, how?
Because I think sometimes I psych myself out.
From, like, just...
Like, dating. Like, I just feel, I guess because I've gotten to a point where I'm used to my alone time. Mm. I'm used to doing my own thing. Mm. And I'm also, like, when I feel like somebody's getting involved with me or I'm getting involved with them, I kind of get scared, I'll be honest.
Wow.
Because I'm like...
Is it self-sabotage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A self-saboteur.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah,
because, dang, we can...
Yeah, we are.
I didn't think it would go this thing.
We are.
Oh my God, you got me like confessing like I'm talking to my diary right now.
I'm usually confessing to you, so this is actually kind of nice.
This is like very refreshing. Nice. Yes. I am a listener.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're like so givingly a listener, you know, to where I feel like I'm always talking. I kind of don't know anything about Klarque.
Look, let me real quick break in the conversation with that. It's a Pisces thing, I think.
Yes.
Because I've done that all my life.
You guys are very elusive.
Because I like for people to feel personable with me, and I don't do it to be, tricky.
Yeah.
But I like people to feel personal with me, but then I find that I can be guarded sometimes. And I don't mean to. It's just I'm very protective of myself.
That makes sense.
You know? And it's not that I don't trust you, you know? Oh. Okay, back to the program.
Yeah.
I think I self-sabotage just because I get scared of being in another situation where I fall so deeply in love and then I'm mishandled again.
Oh my God. I was literally just talking about this to someone.
Yes.
Like the PTSD from being in a emotionally abusive relationship where you don't realize how bad it actually is until it's done.
Yeah.
Is insane. And so I'm extremely guarded about that.
It's tough. And I feel like even though, so you also know this about me, I'm really big on energy. So my thing is, if we think something negatively enough, we can manifest that too. Yeah. So I have to kind of remind myself of, okay, if you want a positive situation, not a situationship, just a situation, a positive situation, a man who views you as all of that, because I am all that.
You sure are.
And who appreciates my work, appreciates me as a mother, appreciates me as a woman.
Right.
Then I have to put that out there. I can't be like, oh, this is great, but is it? You know? And then you're looking for all these things to be wrong. Like, I can't do that.
So do you feel like you're actively kind of like looking for like what's wrong in like relationships?
Sometimes I do that. Like, if it's going too good, I do that. But because...
But do you find it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's where it's tricky as a spiritual girl. It's like, is that my intuition? Because I feel like anytime I feel like something is afoot, I'm right.
Right.
And it's like sometimes I don't have to look for it; it falls in my lap.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, but I do enjoy, and I have to remember this too. Like, everything's a chapter. Everything's a season. So I view this like as me not dating, not having anything going on. Right. I view this as, baby, you'll never have this time again. Once you find your person, because you want, not so badly, but you're manifesting this thing, you're praying about this thing that the next person is your last person, or the next person is at least very long term.
Yes, yeah.
You'll never have this precious time again.
Enjoy it, yeah.
Enjoy it. You have to view it like that. So one of my friends told me, maybe like last year, she said, if you ever feel lonely or you ever feel like you don't have what you need, it's a trip. And I said, what you mean by that? And she said, it's a trip because you are abundant in love. You're abundant in friends. Yeah. You're abundant with love with your child. Yeah. You're abundant in support. And she just named all these things that I'm abundant in. And I'm like, you are damn right. I am abundant in all those things. I have so much to be grateful for. So even if dating doesn't work, right now, I'm here right now doing my thing.
Yes.
Like, literally. Doing my stuff. Okay?
Right. It's such a happy season, too. Yes. I don't know about for you, but for me, it's such a happy season and being, like, happily alone. Yes. I don't feel like I'm missing a thing.
No. Yeah. It's like you do feel...
You have your moments.
You have your moments. We're human, right? Yeah. But overall, it's not like... Some people walk around, like, every day they're thinking about it. They're sad about it.
Like I used to be.
The yearning for it, right?
And I am a yearner. I'm a lover girl.
I'm a lover girl, too. I'm a Pisces.
I'm like, what am I that qualifies? I don't know. I mean, I'm a Gemini sun. Cancer moon, is that it? Is that it?
Water all over, baby. Okay. I feel like Cancers are the worst water sign. Cancers, yes, I'm coming for you. The worst water signs, because y'all are so emotional. There's so much like tears. I have to tell you how I'm feeling or I will die, like that. Yes.
Yeah. But with it being my moon, nobody knows that.
You give that though.
But you kind of know me. Like, you know me in ways that other people don't know me. Like,
that makes sense.
You know, like, the inner workings of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's so many people who don't peg me as an emotional person. Yeah. Yeah, it surprises me too when I hear it. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm so emotional.
I'm shocked.
I am so emotional. I cry all the time. But nobody knows that.
Aww.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think it's a bad... That's just how I've been my whole life.
Me too, though.
I'm just like, I'm a silent crier. I will cry real quick, and then I'll thug it out. Like, I'm like, okay, like, on to the next. Like, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's how I am.
Me too.
Yeah. But no, so with you talking about how, you know, you kind of self-sabotage and, like, you know, dating right now, it's interesting. I feel like I kind of do the same, but I didn't realize it until, like, 2 of my closest girlfriends told me recently. And they're just like, you know, Lo, like, I think what you do is you kind of look for something being wrong, and then that's, like, your kind of peace out. Like, you don't have much room for, like, working things out. Like, somebody, like, nobody's gonna be perfect. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't want somebody who's perfect, but, like, there are things that are very important to me, and I'm not... Like, if something just feels wrong in my spirit, like, I'm not going to ignore that.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing, right? So that's the thing. It's like coming from a relationship where you were traumatized so deeply and you don't want to experience that again. I'm listening to the first fair warning, even if it's really quiet, really. And so I think to other people, it looks like I'm just being too picky.
Yeah.
But I don't think of it like that. I just think, like, I would hate to be in another situation where I ignored some parts of something that said, like, something's off here, and here I am months or years down the line, and it just gets worse and worse and worse, and it's hard to get out of it because you're getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and I'm just like, I will be happily single until it just feels right.
And look, I want to be real though. I gotta be real, that even in dating, because I've been single now for 3 years essentially. Even in dating, at the very beginning, I would stay too long still.
Yeah.
And then I had to realize, because, you know, I'm a person of self-work. I would be like, why am I doing this again? This is a pattern that I feel like God is asking me to break. So I started breaking it. And then I was too hard. Then I was like, okay, how can you be easier on me? So then I started trying to have that balance. Temperance. Tarot reference. So
I'm like, what's that?
Temperance. This might be on this dress somewhere.
I'm sure it is.
It's like an angel with some cups, and it's a river below the angel, because we have to let things flow in life, and we have to have that balance. Okay. And my thing is also be led by faith. So having the faith that things will work out in our best favor. Because my number one saying is the universe will never play me.
True.
Never. And so my thing is, it's like now I feel like I'm just at that happy point, that balance where it's like I still do self-sabotage a little just because I think I enjoy my peace. Yeah. But I also feel like I've done girl, when I tell you I've worked so very hard to heal. Worked so very hard.
No, I know.
Like,
I feel that.
Pad my shovel in the dirt, working hard, and I feel like I'm at a very healed place and a very balanced place, but I'm not just going to accept anything. Right. You want to go on a date? You need to tell me when you're picking me up. Yeah. You need to say this is where we going, not, I don't know, we can go anywhere. No. Show me the effort. So, and I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh, he got to have money. Yeah. He got to pull up in a Porsche. You know, that would be nice. What the intention? Yeah. My thing is everything is about intention. And it's also about like how you show it for me, because what did we just talk about? Like, how you show up earlier in the relationship is an indicator of how things will continue to go. 1000%. Because if you half-assing at the beginning, baby, what you gonna be doing when we together?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Show some interest.
You know what I always say when people are like, oh, like, how's your dating life? Dee, who I was just telling you about, whenever I see her, she's always like, what's going on in the newest season of Bachelorette? Talking about me. And I'm like, okay, Dee, that's funny. And, you know, I just, like, catch her up or whatever. But I always say, I'm like, I feel like the universe is like cock-blocking me.
Let's talk about it. Now we're getting on a different topic.
I know. Single moms and dating. It's just like, okay, so one, I've always been a person where like monogamy is just like my thing. I've never been a person where I just like date and I date like multiple people. Like it's monogamy just me and one person. Even like it never happens that way. And two, it's really hard for somebody to get my attention where I feel like, wow, this is an interesting person and I can learn from them. Like, that in itself is rare to come by, where I'm like, I like what's coming out of your mouth. Because most people I feel like are just boring, you know, or just don't really be talking about nothing. And
boring, yes.
And I'm a Gemini, so I need to be stimulated. Like, my mind needs to be stimulated. So that in itself rules out a ton of people.
That's what that's called.
Yes, yes. I literally have a sweatshirt that says sapiosexual.
See, look.
And on the back it says, what that mind do.
I love it.
It's very cute.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah, so it's like, I just naturally will only maybe find like one special person a year where I'm like, I like you.
Girl,
like,
yes.
Yeah.
Mine is 2.
Yeah.
And it's burly.
1 or 2.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's where it's at. That's where it's at.
You know, that's very interesting. Yeah, I just think that that's an interesting thing because I feel like it's just hard. It's hard to like. It's hard to keep that interest. Like you said, what's happening in the latest edition of The Bachelorette? Like, for me, like literally a full year, nothing.
Nothing. Not one candidate. Not one.
Nope.
No
nothing.
No overnights.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
No cuddy buddies, no overnights, no, hey, good morning, beautiful, nothing.
No, is that more of an intentional thing?
No.
It
just happened that way.
Yeah.
So when you say the universe is cock blocking, that's why I said let's talk about it. I don't feel like the universe is cock blocking. I feel like the universe is keeping me safe.
Right, yes. And that's really what it is. I feel like I'm so protected by the universe where if a man...
It's protection.
Yeah, if a man like is trying to get... like, the universe will be like, nope. Yeah, and I'm like, what happened to it? And it's just like, no. And I'm like, okay.
My thing is too, I saw this guy I have a crush on. Hey, boo.
Does he know?
Hey, no.
Yeah.
I don't think he know. Well, mate, I drop hints. He cute. He's in my close friends, so that counts.
I'm invested.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
He posted, he said, God hasn't shown me my wife yet. And I thought, okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Right here. No, but really. No, I did look at that and be like, hello.
Did you respond?
I didn't say nothing. Okay. But it put that on my mind that, like, I ask all the time. Like, I consult with my ancestors. I consult with God. I consult with the universe. Like, if this is for me, open it up for me. Make the door wide open. Open my road.
Undeniably, just... This is it.
This is
mine. Yeah.
And I feel like in my life, just in life in general, like with being a doula, with reading tarot, all of those things, all I have to do is say, this is what I want. If it's for me, open it for me. And when I tell you things fall into my lap, like just drop like, oh,
yeah,
where did this come from?
Yeah.
Like, how did this get here?
Yeah.
I feel like, why would love be any different?
True.
It's something I'm passionate about everything I do in my life. So, of course, I'm going to be passionate about my lover.
Absolutely.
So, I just feel like that's going to drop in my lap, too. Not like just drop. You have to put in effort. But you know
the
what
person
I mean.
will drop. Yeah. And you'll be like, what?
This is... Yeah. Okay, I see what you're doing, and then consulting in that way. So that's when I saw that post that he posted. I was like, that's a good way of putting it.
Do you feel like when the universe, when God, when your ancestors do drop this man in your lap, will you be able to recognize? Are you going to self-sabotage?
I think so. I don't think I will.
Okay.
And I say that because I've become very self-aware because of my healing. I do a lot of shadow work too, meaning that I do work in digging into those deeper, darker, the things that we don't want to talk about. Let's be honest. So, like, if somebody is like, traditionally, I'm kind of mean. That's just my example. I don't think I'm mean, but traditionally, I'm kind of mean. What makes me this way? How did I get there? Let's dig deeper into the trauma. Traditionally, I put people down. Why do I do that? You know, those kind of things. So I've done a lot of that shadow work. So I feel like I try to be self-aware and be honest with myself about, okay, Klarque, you're doing that thing again. Or, okay, Klarque, maybe you're doing this and you should back up. Or, you know, whatever. So I feel like when that comes about, I'll have a feeling and then I'll pray about it. I'll meditate on it. I'll write about it and make it clear to me. Yeah. And I feel like because I have that connection, it will be clear. Yeah. I have no doubt. Because the universe will never play me.
No, really. So, I'm so excited for you for like whenever that will be.
Yeah, I'm excited for you too because it's going to happen.
It's just, love is just such a beautiful feeling.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's beautiful. Man, I love the feeling of being in love. Like, that shit is just...
It's our water signs. Here we are again. Yes.
I love it.
Like the feeling of love. Like I love love. And my thing is, even though I'm single, I love to see people together.
I'm not a bitter single person.
I
love to see people happily in love.
I love to see engagements. I love my friends call me, girl, let me tell you about this man. I'm like, please tell me about him or woman. Cause we got some of them. Yes. So, hello y'all. So, we have that. So, it's like, I love to hear about it all. Yeah. I know my best friend, Hey girl, hey Jerica. Shout out to Jerica because I know she'll watch this. She got into a relationship and I was there every step of the way. And I just love hearing about it. I love giving her advice on it and the progress. And now I just see her glow when she's on Instagram. When I see her on, well, we don't really FaceTime, but I see her on anything. I'm like, girl, I can see it on you. And I feel happy for her. Yeah. So it's like, there's no use in holding like bitterness. There's no use in holding pain because we're such free people already. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Especially in our work, we have to. We have to keep that open heart.
Yeah. Oh, so necessary. Did I tell you about how, this is a little bit of a side quest, but did I tell you about how like I went to Reiki? You know, I'm sorry. I'm good for that. For
side quest. I'm cracking up. This is a side quest. I'm like, we already on the side quest. So
the side quest, and then we're gonna get back on track. I promise. Okay. So did I tell you that like I think I went to Reiki in like February. And I got on the table. When I got off the table, her name is Yolanda. She's amazing. She was like, she drew a picture. So first of all, she said my heart chakra was closed and my crown chakra, and I was like, damn, okay. I thought I was gonna be completely like, I thought everything was gonna be closed. So I was like, that's okay. So she told me when I got off the table, she drew a picture of a heart that was like thorns sticking out of it, and she's like, this is your heart, and I was like, I was like, what are you trying to say? She's like, it's like a cactus, like. You try to get close to it, it's gonna prick you. She's like, you don't want anybody close to your heart.
It's giving Three of Swords.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yes, where it's like, yeah. And so I was like, okay. I was like, damn, I didn't think my heart was that close. And then I told my best friend, and she was like, yeah, bitch, like your heart, yes, like you don't let anybody close to you. She's like, you have men trying to talk to you, and you're just like, no. And I'm like, I at least try to entertain it a little bit. She's like, no, L'Oreal. She's like, you're so blocked off. So I'm like, okay. So fast forward to like maybe a few months later, I'm having so much like pain in my hips. Like, man, my hips are killing me. It's insane. I was just like, what in the world is going on? I think I did tell you about this. So one night I'm just like experiencing like so many emotions. I'm putting Sasha to bed, and something just tells me like, you need to do like some yoga to like release some stuck emotions.
Some good child's pose.
So I found this yoga video. I've never seen it before a day in my life. It just popped up, did it, and it was like a heart opener. It was like hip openers, and then also like shoulders. So like all the areas where I hold tension, basically. Yeah. And I told you like I did the heart opener, and I started crying. And when I tell you I cried every day for the next 2 weeks.
Good for you.
And I hadn't cried before then. I probably hadn't cried in like 2 months.
Good for you.
I cried. So it was interesting. So I would like sit every day, and I'm like, tears are streaming down my face. And I'm like, this is good. Like you're breaking your heart open.
Yeah, you were releasing. You needed to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I feel like,
and my hip pain went away.
Yeah,
it just went away
because that's all connected in some way. And you have to think too, like as Black women, what do? We put on that happy face for society. We show society we got it. I'm on top of it. And then when we even have that moment to ourselves, I don't have time for that. Or when we do feel it and we get into that softness, it feels like I feel like I'm punking out. Like for me, I used to feel like that. I don't feel like that now. Yeah. But it's like it's good to give yourself that. You have to give yourself grace too. You have to give yourself that openness too.
I think I just wasn't even aware. Oh yeah, I think there was just so much going on in my life. I was like, I don't have time to like be emotional about this and like to be sad or like whatever.
Nervous system. Remember?
Oh yeah, it was not okay. Yeah, homegirl was struggling, but yeah, now it's all better. Okay, back to what we were talking about. So let's talk about.
Let's get at it.
So let's talk about like I don't know. You know what's funny? So I'll say this. So many times I'll like be at a birth or I'll be with a family and they're like, what do you do with Sasha when you're at a birth?
Girl. Yes, they do.
Yeah, because people know I'm a single mom, and they're just like, where's your child? And I'm just like, what do you mean? And so I feel like there's, a lot of like mystery behind like how we pull it off as single moms, doing all the things that we do, you know what I mean? And so I'll have to tell people, like, she's with her dad, or she's with her grandparents, or she's with a friend, but it's just like her dad is in her life. Yeah, he's
surprise.
Yeah, hello. he's here. Yes, like 50-50 down the middle. Like he's here and he's never left. So I just always think that's interesting too.
It's very interesting because it comes up a lot for me as well. Like when I'm at births, where's Kenny? Where's your daughter? And I'm like, she's with her dad. Yeah. Like she stays with her dad. Yeah. For how long? Oh, I could never. People love saying that to me. I could never let her be gone that long. Well, I have to be fair to her dad. He made her too. And I feel like there's that thing where people expect there to be beef. or people expect us to be like not good. And I'm like, we have a pretty okay relationship right now. Like, there's good communication. I never feel like she's not safe with him. Like, it's pretty good. But also, I feel like when it comes to dating again, a little bit back to that, I feel like that kind of weirdly enough can be like a thing.
What?
Like getting along with my daughter's father.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Because it's like, why do y'all get along so good? Y'all have to be doing something.
Oh no.
Ew, no.
Yeah.
Like, no. Gross.
There is that where people are kind of like intimidated by, you know, when we did have a pretty good co-parenting relationship. They're just like, is there something? And it's like, no.
No. But friends will ask too.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
oh, so y'all would never get back together?
No. For the longest time, whenever we would like do a birthday party for Sasha, or if we're ever just like in a space where friends and family are around, they're like, "Oh my God, he still loves you. You guys should get back together." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "You should see the way he looks at you, and you look at." And I'm just like, "No, I think we still have love for each other, you know." But like that has not crossed my mind in probably a million years, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I do get how people are like, "How is it possible?
How is it working?"
Yeah,
it's like so mysterious to people, for sure.
Like, it doesn't have to be toxic. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah. And I want to say the biggest thing I call into my life is ease. So I try my best to keep it easy over there. So it's like, but with work, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like especially if I'm working with a client who is not Black or brown, and I get that, I'm like, are you stereotyping me?
It feels like that. It
like,
does.
Don't stereotype me.
Because I don't think I've ever gotten that question from a Black woman.
No, I don't. Yeah. They might just ask like, oh, they might even lead with, is Kendi with her dad?
Yeah.
Like, they might lead with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Now that I'm like thinking about that.
Yeah, I've never gotten that question from a Black woman.
I don't think I've ever been asked by them either. And I think they typically ask when we're in like the prenatal phase too. Like, tell us about your daughter. And I'm like, oh, cool. Y'all want to hear about her? Because I can talk all day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's interesting. Okay. And so what about making your dreams work while being a single mom?
Girl. That has been hard.
Yeah.
And not because I feel like I can't. Because, girl, I'm about to cry. Ooh.
Wait, there's tissue behind you.
Ooh, like, it sprang up on me. I'm like, what is going on? Speaking of not crying, look at us. I think, so, real quick, y'all. L'Oreal has been a humongous help. Because, because I went to midwifery school when I was in a relationship. And when I broke up with him, I had to stop school. And I stopped for 3 years. So now I just mentioned it to L'Oreal. Hey, I'm going back to school. I'm getting ready to start my stage 3, XYZ. She was like, ding, 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 let me help. And started doing all the things. But if you didn't do that, I don't think I would have been pushed enough.
Really?
Honestly.
Wow.
Because I knew I wanted to do it. Yeah. But sometimes we stall even in our dreams, right? And you really was like, okay, what day we gonna meet? This is the time. Are we eating lunch after? Is Kendi gonna be there? Like, it was just like, she really put the list out like, get it together, sis. And so I was like, okay. And it made me, it's like I was already serious about it because I had already reapplied to school and done all the things. But then you came and really made, like, move the wheel forward.
I didn't realize.
Oh my God, sweet angel. Yes. Truly.
It just made sense. You know, we were talking about it and I was like, I know someone that, it was also shocking to me that you just didn't know who Nikki was. Because I was like, what do you mean? Like, she's amazing.
Amazing. When I met her, oh my gosh, stars in my eyes.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, and it only gets better because she is just like, she's a human, but she's also like a superhuman. She's like, she's legendary. Yeah. You know? Like, she's alive and she's legendary. So I'm like, I can only imagine her legacy, like, as the years go on. Yes. You know what I mean?
And even when you describe it like that, I think to myself, like, ooh, I can't wait to be a part of that. Because, as you know, I feel like birth work is deeply embedded in us as Black women. It's in us. It's not on us.
It's the blueprint.
It's the blueprint. Yeah. So chasing my dreams in that way, that you really pushed me forward a lot with that. Like, I've had a lot of encouragement from friends, my mom, my dad. Yeah. But with you, it's like,
I was a little pushy.
Yeah, like, you made me stand on business. Yeah. Once again. Yeah. 10 toes down.
Yeah.
And so...
I'm glad.
But there's other things too that I've worked on because I was like, I feel like I waited for so long because I was waiting to feel a certain way. I was waiting for things to look a certain way or to be settled. Yeah. But the thing about adulting, you're never settled. It's always going to be a bill. It's always going to be something to do. It's always just going to be something. So you have to find, just how we talked about finding personal time, you have to find time for your dreams.
You gotta
Oh
make
my
time
God,
for it.
you have to find time for your dreams. And I'm like, if I keep waiting and waiting, not that it's anything wrong with starting at 50, there's anything wrong with starting when you're older, but that's time I could have been
right now.
pursuing my dreams,
Right now, yeah.
pursuing what I know is my life's work.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like I'm aligned on that path. I can do what I need to do. And once again, even finding a full-time job as doing postnatal and prenatal groups, that fell into my lap, and it works out so beautifully to where I can take my daughter to work with me.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's so many different things that I'm just so blessed for and I'm so grateful for. So it's like, now I just feel like the only thing in my way was me. The only thing in my way was me, because I can call Kendy's dad and just be like, hey, I need you to keep her an extra week because I need to do this. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm being productive.
Yeah.
You know, he has no problem with just doing what needs to be done. Calling my mom, hey, I got to do this. Can you come pick my daughter up? Cool. I got them to do it. So really, truly, the only thing in my way was me.
Right. I think that's the thing. Like, when you're chasing your passion or chasing your dreams, so much of it comes easy to you. Like, doula work came so easy to me.
Yes.
You know, like, from the time I was like, I want to be a doula, to finding a training the very next month, to, you know, to then my very first birth, you know, being with Nikki, actually, where I was just like, I don't know what I did to get here, but I'm grateful, to everything always working out with, like, childcare. Like, Sasha's always, like, she's where she needs to be.
Squared away at the most perfect time.
Yeah.
Like, how?
It's really, like, I always say, like, doulas, midwives, and pregnant women are some of God's favorite people.
We gotta be God's favorites.
Yeah.
Because, maybe there's something to this. Because we're helping with life. And sometimes I think we take that for granted, because we're like,
never.
I don't want to say for granted. I think that's the wrong word.
There's a lot I take for granted. There's a lot that I kind of forget to remain in gratitude for, but that right there.
I think I remain in gratitude for it, but sometimes I get such feeling so blessed that I get to do it, that I forget, oh my God, I'm doing this really big thing by helping with life. Yeah. Because it just feels like this is what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. You know?
It's so cool, though.
Oh my God,
it's
we're pretty
so
cool.
It's so cool.
Oh my God. I never think about it like that. We are pretty cool. And when people say that, I'm like, you're being dramatic, you know? But then when I really think about it, I'm like, no, we are cool.
This is really fucking cool. Yeah. It's like the best thing. Like, you're literally helping someone bring life into the world, and you're helping them at such an important time in their life where it can change the trajectory of their life. Like, this time in their pregnancy, their birth.
They remember it forever.
Oh yeah, like the families that I've supported, I think about them all the time, but I'm always shocked to think that they also think about me too.
Yes, oh my gosh, yes.
What?
I thought that was just me.
No,
I was like, is that my anxiety?
No, I think about my families all the time. And that's the thing. Like, I love this work. Like, I eat, sleep, breathe, birth. Like, this is what I do, literally. Yeah, it's really the coolest thing I don't take it for granted. I'm like, because I could be at a desk job. I could be, you know, still working a 9 to 5. I could still hate what I do. I'm doing, I get to be at somebody's house on a Wednesday at 12 in the afternoon, just talking, hanging out, having fun, barefoot on their couch. You know,
literally,
you know.
L'Oreal, when you say that, I literally had my daughter with me at a prenatal, and we're all sitting outside. She's running around playing. And we're having a prenatal visit.
Yeah.
This does not feel like work.
Because it's not.
What a blessing.
It's such a blessing, yeah. And I've been able to bring Sasha to a few births recently. Yeah. And even then,
they love it.
Yeah, she loves it. But the fact that she's exposed to birth at such a young age, she's just exposed to the most natural thing a woman can do. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny too while you say the most natural thing a woman can do, because I feel like even as birth workers, when we're talking to other birth workers in public, we don't realize it's weird to other people sometimes.
Oh yeah.
We'll be loud. So yeah, then it just came out all the amniotic fluid. Yes. And then people are like, what is that? And it's like, oh, we are in public and this is not their thing.
It's not a secret life, but it feels like a secret life.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. Even just talking about our own bodies, out loud talking about our periods. And it's we don't think of it as taboo. No. But I notice sometimes people will get uncomfortable. I'm like, we're grown. Everybody has a period at this point. It's not fresh and new. Yeah. We've all had them at least for 10 years at this point.
The way that I think about it, I feel like there's so much that's wrong in society today. And I think the stigmatization, if that's a word, of just the natural parts of like a woman's life.
Yes.
It's gotten so bad, and I'm just like, we just need to be just so forthcoming with like who we are in our essence, unapologetic about it. Like, the men can get with it or they can get lost, but I'm not not gonna not talk about my body and its glory, or, you know, another woman and her experience. Like we are magic.
No, literally.
Quite literally magic.
Literally.
Like, the patriarchy got, like, and I hate to even sound like that person, like, the patriarchy, but it's just like, it has us so messed up. Like, the world is literally upside down because of the patriarchy. And I feel like if women really just stepped fully into their power, we live in such a different world, you know what I mean? And that's also why I love birth work. Like, I'm in birth work. People are like, oh, you must like babies. And it's like, babies are cool.
It's the
mom.
Know?
It's the mom.
It's the mom for me.
It is. It's like, I'm here for her in this transition of her life, and to help her be like the most confident person that she can be. Like, the transition that I see from like working with the mom who's kind of just like shy, she's nervous, you know, she's kind of like ignorance is bliss, you know, like all these kinds of things, to being like empowered, vocal,
knowing the
info, like showing up differently in her relationships, you know, just from the work that we've done. Like, that is just like, that is a ripple effect that's just going to continue on throughout the rest of her life. And then she gets to share that with her friends, her family,
her child,
you know, her child.
And, you know, look, I don't mean to be that guy, but I gotta say it. Melanin is stardust. We are made of the universe. And when we realize we are that of the universe, we are that of God, truly at its core, at its depth.
Yeah.
Do you know the power behind that? Like, I just wish I could scream it from the mountaintops.
Yeah.
Like, to know, like, we, master key, babe. We are the blueprint, as you would say. Yeah. Like, really.
Divinity.
Like, so my thing is, if we realize our power and we take that into birth, and knowing the power of our bodies, we take that in our lives. Like, we go into our jobs and stand on that.
Yes.
We go into our relationships and stand on that. We see our value.
I just need you, like, to say that to me, like, every day in the morning.
I'm telling you, our value is like, I hate when people say, I value this. When I'm saying value, I'm talking about like our literal essence of who we are is all the way up here. And I feel like people don't embrace that enough for me.
No.
Because
it's easy to forget.
Like, we have the power to do anything and move anything in our lives that we want. So we don't magically lose that power when a hospital birth happens. We don't magically lose that power when we're in labor. It's all here. That's, if anything, that's when we utilize it and dig into it the most. When I see somebody feeling like, girl, I'm about to give up, and they dig so deep in, and they just move that baby out. Or they're like, I got this. Or they just, even when we're plowing through things in life, and we just are like, I can plow through this, I can make it work.
Yeah.
Man, best thing.
We really do limit ourselves, like,
we're
immensely. Limitless. I think, like, women, when they're pregnant, they are the closest to God. Like, you are your strongest. You are your most intuitive. You are your most, like, you have everything in you to, like, do what you gotta do, to know what you need to know, to be where you need to be. Like, you have it in you. So, like, try to keep that with you, you know? And I feel like that's also, like, why they kind of change the construct of, like, giving birth, you know? Like,
we know that's why.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because we have the whole world in our hands. We have the power in our hands.
Like,
they don't want that.
What if you just take the power out of them, you know? Like, that's what I mean. Like, what if every woman just remained in her power?
Man, they don't want us to hold the power, especially black women. We could overthrow this. Don't get me started, y'all. This could turn into a different conversation. This can turn into a different kind of conversation, because I just get so fired up about that. But you're right. You are so right.
It's like, I take it very, I'm so protective over my family. It's for that reason alone. It's just like, no, that power, that needs to stay with you always.
All the time. And then, look, I want to tie this back a little bit, because my thing is living in that power too as a single mom. I feel like I had to come into that, like, instead of feeling defeated or feeling like I failed in some way or feeling like, oh, my child is not going to get what I pictured for her. I had to be like, you got this on your own. And not that I want to do it by myself forever. I do want to have a divine counterpart, a sacred union. Do you hear me, universe?
They hear.
They hear me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I want to have those things, but also that I can do whatever I want to do. If that's what I want to draw on, that's what I can draw on. But I can also take care of my child to my best of my ability.
And I can
follow my dreams.
Yes, and the fact that she gets to see that, right?
Exactly.
She sees that her mom, no matter what, always followed her dreams.
Yes, I want her to see that.
I want Sasha to know growing up she can do whatever she wants. There are no limitations. You can do whatever you want.
Whatever. I don't care what you... I mean, I do care what you want to do. But, you know, like, I'm like, even now, you know how I am with Kenny. I'm like, I told her, you could be an astronaut. You want to do that? You can do it. I literally tell her, even when she gets in trouble, like, she could have done something heinous. Like, bleach on the rug. Heinous. Oh, like, bleach on the rug. Like, something. I'll look at her, and instead of reprimanding her or being like, oh, I try to say, no, girl, you know you are so smart. You know how smart you are? You don't do things like this. You know. I know that you know about that. You knew that this would happen. And, like, instead of making her feel like, I did so terrible. Right.
Wow.
It makes her think, you know what, Mom? I am too smart for that. I shouldn't have did that. And then I ask her, why did you do that? And then sometimes she don't have an answer. And I'm like, well, if you don't have an answer, that means you need to think it through. You need to think it through. And she says that. And even now, even before I can ask her, sometimes she'll be like, Mom, I didn't think it through.
Oh.
I'm like,
I love her. And I love you. Like, that's amazing.
Thank
you just
you.
unlocked something in my brain there with, like, you are so smart. Like, wow. Because the way I'd be like, Sasha.
Now
why?
you know.
Why?
Yes.
I'm like, I don't even have the words for it.
Yes.
Why did you do that? And she's like, and it's oh man, it's so interesting because she'll be like, I'm sorry, Mommy. Like, she'll just immediately be like, I know you're gonna be mad at me, but I'm sorry, and I tried to, but it just, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, sometimes it's not even a big deal. I mean, Kendi does that too. Don't get me wrong.
Well, no. So this is the thing, and I want to ask you something after this. So the thing is that maybe when Sasha was like 2 or 3, we were at my parents' house, and my mom used to get on me when I was a kid, like if I just like ruined something, or actually it was when Sasha was a baby. When Sasha was like a toddler, Sasha would like spill something, whatever, and my mom would like just flip. She's like, oh my god, you guys are always ruining my stuff, or whatever, and it would just send my nervous system into like fight or flight, and I'd be like, oh my god, like she's gonna like kick us out, you know, like whatever, like she's always upset with me. She thinks I'm a burden because my daughter's here with me, you know, like yeah. And so I would just be like, oh my god, I need to clean this up, like before she would even know, or like whatever, right? So I remember like one day, it was like a family gathering. Me and my daughter were inside my mom's house. Everybody was like in the garage or whatever. And Sasha like spilled some juice or something, and I started freaking out. I was like, Sasha, I was like, Mimi's gonna be so upset. I'm like, we need to clean this, you know, like I'm just like freaking out, and she sees that, right? And I think it happened another time. And then fast forward to like maybe like last year, Sasha like spilled something, or she did something at home, and she's like, Mommy, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to, right? And I was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
And so I had to like stop and be like, baby, it's okay. It's okay. Even if on the inside I'm like, God damn it, you know? I can't let her grow up thinking every time she makes a mistake she has to like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, or like apologize profusely, or like she's just like crying, you know, like I'm like, no, we're not doing that. We're gonna break that cycle right here. I'm like, right. Yeah.
But so with you, balance. But go ahead.
It is. So with you being like, oh, Kendi, you are so smart. Why did you do that? You know, blah blah blah. I'm like, wow. Okay, it kind of gave me like another level of like how I can kind of redirect, you know, when something like that happens. Yeah. To be more gentle with her, but to also affirm her. Yeah. You know?
Because they need that affirming. But let me tell you this. Like, I'm not perfect, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I lose my head sometimes. I have a bad temper that I've really worked on. So I'm much better than I used to be like 5 years ago. Or even 10 years ago. So my thing, though, is sometimes I like, that's just my instant reaction. But then I reel it back in. So, of course, like, if she sees that every once again, she's like, I didn't mean to. Especially if she knows she did something. She already was doing something she shouldn't have been doing, and that led to that. Yeah. Then that's when I feel like she has that reaction. But if it's like an accident, she'll say, Mommy, it was a mistake. Yeah. And I'll be like, you're right, it was a mistake. And I don't really, you know. Yeah. But my thing is, my parents laugh at me. Because you with that gentle parenting shit. And I'm like, yeah, me with that gentle parenting shit. Yeah. Because it's not that my parents were mean. Not at all. It's a different generation. It's just a different generation. Yeah. My mom, I tell my mom all the time, growing up, I thought you were so serious, girl. I thought, like, I did not want to mess with you. My mom even knows, like, she basically was like, don't fuck with me. Like, my mom, I would look at her and be like, yikes, not even going to do it. And so, my thing is, I grew up kind of feeling like I had to not be perfect, but like perfectionism. My parents were very supportive. I tell everybody this. I say this on Instagram. My parents called me a superstar growing up. Yeah. All the time. Like, literally, you're a superstar. Like, affirming that. I mean, they didn't even know what affirmations were, right? So, but that made me feel like, goddamn right, I'm a superstar, you know? Yeah. So, but my point is, they had that mix, but it's like, I'm trying to take it up even a step further than that. Because you know, when you know better, you do better. And a lot of times, our parents come from volatile situations.
1000%.
And now they're trying to do better because of their situation, but they still got
yeah.
And then now I've seen that, and we live in a different world.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're exposed to so much more. So now I'm like, how can I make this better for my child in the long run? Because I want my child to be affirmed. I want her to be confident. I want her to feel like I can make mistakes, but that's okay. I want her to be like Hidden Figures. I show her Hidden Figures all the time because, girl, you would do STEM.
Oh my gosh, I should do that.
Yes, like, but even if that's not what she wants to do, she wants to be an artist. She says she likes to paint. I buy her paints. Like, I want to encourage and enrich her. Yeah. But I also want her to know, like, girl, you gotta have some structure.
Absolutely,
you know?
That balance.
So that balance is tough sometimes.
It is because it's like, oh, I don't know if your mom ever said this to you as a kid, but it's like, I'm not one of your little friends.
Girl, all the time. My mama, she probably stopped saying that when I was like 27, maybe.
Like, but you are.
Now you my little friend.
Yeah,
what you mean? You can't say that no more. I call you first for everything.
Literally.
Yes.
Yeah. So I saw someone, I don't know where it was, probably like on Instagram or Twitter, and it's just like, you don't have to pick or choose whether you're their mom or their friend. You can be both.
You can.
And I was like, wow, you know what? I can, and I am. Like, me and Sasha, that's my best friend, my best friend, but we also have very strong boundaries.
Facts.
And she knows when to listen.
Yep.
She has a black mom, like
sorry, babe.
Yeah, she has a black mom. For those of y'all that
Yes.
don't know, my daughter's biracial, so it's like, you are raised by a black woman, so you're going to be respectful, you're going to listen, you're not going to talk back. I will give you opportunities to share how you feel, but we're not about to just be going back and forth no. Yeah.
And that's why I struggle a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, because growing up I was allowed to speak my mind a lot, but because my mom was so serious, I didn't want to shut it down. I'm not as serious as my mom, so sometimes we do be fussing, and I'm like,
me and Sasha be fussing,
with a 5-year-old girl, bye.
Like, why am I arguing with the 5-year-old? Yes. Oh my god, it's crazy. So and like in our unserious moments, like, we will bicker, but when it's like serious, I'm like, no, that's
shut it down.
Yeah, and she'd be confused because she's like, but we were just the other day, and it's like, yeah, but this is different, so like kind of finding those moments where she's like, oh, okay, like, this is serious, and it's like, okay, no, yeah, okay, so something that I feel like I've had to work really hard at is like maintaining a soft life.
Ooh, this is one of my favorite topics. Okay, go ahead.
I just feel like it's so important, like, to stay in like your feminine, to stay soft, even like when you're doing it all on your own, by yourself.
Yep.
It's like to still give yourself all the things that you deserve, and to give yourself permission to still just enjoy life. You know what I mean?
Look, I feel like one of my biggest things is working on being soft all the time. I don't really think I've ever been hard up.
Yeah. But
I told one of my friends this all the time, she always trying to take charge. I'm like, girl, tuck that penis in. Put it away. Straight up and down. Like, girl. I'm so serious.
I was not expecting that to come out of your mouth.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't know if I can say that podcast, but
you can.
I had to let it out.
It's rated explicit.
Okay, good. Because my thing is, look, when we are trying to live a soft life, I always tell people being soft is not about just like self-care and very, let's be honest, whitewash. It's not about that. It's about being in your receiving energy. So, not chasing. Yeah. So, not feeling like you have to tackle every single thing. And not forcing. And when I say receiving, I'm not saying just sitting there and letting things fall in your lap, but in the sense of, I don't chase, I attract. I allow things to come to me.
And allow people to help you and to take care of you.
That's
when
a big,
that comes up. Yeah.
And I think people we don't realize that. Like, that's the biggest part of femininity, I feel like, is our community and receiving. Like, because when we build that community, we relate with other women. That also makes us soft. So when people run around here talking about, I don't have good relationships with women, that ain't cute.
It's not.
It's not cute, because my thing is, it's good to cultivate good relationships with other wombs. It's very good.
And I feel like I have been so happy this week. It's my birthday week, but like,
happy belated. Yes.
But I've also just been around so much love and like friendships this week. Like, I've been more social than I normally would be. But like today with you, yesterday I was with some other girlfriends. The day before that I was with some other girlfriends. So it's just like, but also the beauty in being around women who just care about each other.
Yes, no drama, just the care and support. Like, that's part of femininity. That's a part of soft life.
Yeah.
And my thing is, when femininity is not just exclusive to women, of course, right?
Yep.
Because we need to have a balance of masculine and feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs that.
Yeah, because you need to have assertiveness. You need to be able to just be productive and do things to know how
exactly.
And when to, absolutely.
But my thing is, I feel like a lot of women, especially in all these conversations that get on my last nerves with who gonna pay the bills and 50-50 and transactional relationships. My thing is, why aren't we focused on the love? Why aren't we focused on the foundation of the relationship? I feel like if we focus less on the materials and we focus less on those things fall where they should. And you got to do what works for you.
I think a lot of people, when it comes to relationships, they're in relationships because they want a relationship, not necessarily because they want the person they're in the relationship with.
Say that again, girl. Say that again because it's true.
People, like so many people are just in relationships for the sake of just being in.
Yeah, it's actually true. It's actually true.
Yeah, and then not realizing that they're making their life harder than what it could be if you
way
was just
harder
by yourself. Just be by yourself.
But people, I've noticed just in spiritual work, especially in spiritual work and in doula work. People have a fear of being alone.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
And I didn't really think that was a big thing. I thought, like, some people had that. But I'm realizing that's a really big thing for a lot of people.
Thing.
Like, it's scary for some people. For some people, it's trauma-based. For some people, it's so many different reasons people could feel that way.
I think a big part of the reason why I am a single mom and why I'm okay with just being single is because growing up, my mom was a single mom, but she was also like, she would be in relationships intermittently, and it always felt like it was out of necessity, not out of love. Not because I really like this person, I really want to be with this person, I really want to build with this person, but like, I need security. Yeah. And so for me, it's like, nah, like, if I don't like you, I don't want to be around you.
That's what
I don't want
saying.
you in my space. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, I'm happy to be alone until I just meet
that
person.
And let me say this too. I don't base my relationship based off of my parents because it's a different generation, right?
True.
But my parents still go on dates. My mom literally called me last night. Me and your daddy went to go see Boomerang on the rooftop.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, rooftop movie. And my mom...
Oh, is it the Rooftop Cinema Club?
I have no idea what it is.
Because it's in Houston, right?
Yeah, it's in Houston. Yes.
I'm kind of mad because that's cute.
They loved it. And my mom, for her to pick up the phone and call me to tell me that, she's like, we had a great time. It felt great up there. They were laughing. It got a coordinate, if y'all seen Boomerang. So they loved it.
Yeah.
And so I just like the fact that y'all are, how old am I? 33. So I think they've been together, this year will be 35 years. For y'all to have been together almost 35 years and y'all still have these dates, y'all still get excited about each other, y'all can be in the house all day together and be so happy about it. I'm like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want that level of love. I want that level of not just tolerating you, but I enjoy this life with
being
you.
with you.
Yes, and that's another reason I feel like I don't want to just settle and just be like, well, this is half a man. What's that Betty Wright song where she say, half a man is better than no man, after the rain, after the pain, whatever.
She said half a man is better than no man.
Girl, it's a part where she talks on it, and she was like, basically the song is about like, I'm taking him back after he cheats on me. I don't know, but I
don't know that
love you
song.
like I do. You don't know that song? I'm gonna have to play it for you at the podcast, girl.
Okay. That'll be the theme song for this podcast.
Girl, got it low key.
Okay, I'll listen to it.
So it's an old song, but
I do love my oldies. But yeah,
girl, yes. So Betty Wright, she says that, and it's like, girl, no. No.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do feel that way. Like, I'll put up with his cheating. I'll put up with whatever's going on because I want to fight for this relationship. And sometimes I feel like there is strength in knowing when to let go.
Yeah.
There's
strength so much strength in knowing when to let go.
So I feel like we've demonstrated a lot of strength. We've demonstrated a lot of grace with ourselves. And let me tell you something that I feel like Black women, we don't do enough. We don't give ourselves enough compassion. So I feel like it has taken me an immense amount of compassion for myself to be like, girl, pat on the back.
Yeah.
It's okay. It didn't end up how you thought it would because you're not, perfect.
Yeah, compassion.
You don't have to be perfect.
I feel like that's been my word for this month is like just compassion through all the things. Cheryl Lee Ralph, I think that's her name. Right?
Oh yeah, Abbott Moesha.
Yes.
I was like, let's throw it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Abbott Elementary and Moesha. She did a TED Talk, I don't know how many years ago, but there's like a part where she says you have to speak life over yourself, and so she says
all the time.
She's like, tell yourself if you need to, like, I love you, and if you don't know if you love yourself, tell yourself I respect you. And if you don't know if you respect yourself, tell yourself I encourage you.
Ooh.
And if you don't know if you can encourage yourself, tell yourself that, you know, I empower you. You know, so there's like layers to it, right? So I've actually have been doing these affirmations like every day, or as much as I can remember to. And I will be in the mirror like as I'm getting ready, and I'm like, I love you.
Ooh.
I encourage you.
I don't know what that's making me emotional.
I empower you. Yeah.
Yes.
And today, this one is not on the list, but for some reason it came up, and it was like, I honor you.
Absolutely.
I honor you.
I honor you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's important. Respecting yourself and loving yourself. I feel like a lot of us think we respect ourselves, but do we really?
It's been a lifelong journey.
Yeah.
And I don't think I did respect myself for a lot.
Wow.
Most of my years. I feel like that is a very recent thing for me to like be like, no, I not just myself, but I respect my body.
I respect my womb.
Mm-hmm.
I respect my womb because, baby, I feel like a lot of women, we allow ourselves to be trash cans. And I don't mean in the sense of letting anybody in us. I mean in the sense of when we connect with people, when we're having intimate moments or sex, let's be real, sex. When we're doing that.
Sex.
Like, it's not dirty.
Yes.
When we're doing that, we don't always realize we're taking on that energy. Sometimes we can be taking on that trauma. We can be taking on whatever they got over there.
Whatever.
And then you got to think about all the other people they slept with too. So when we bring that on, we're allowing ourselves to be a dumping ground, and that's not always right. So we have to be more careful in that way too, right? But that's part of respecting ourselves.
Yeah.
Knowing when to say,
yourself,
maybe not.
Yep.
And loving yourself. Like I had to tell a girl in a reading yesterday. I said, girl, you need to look at yourself in the mirror. Look in your own eyes and say, you are the baddest. Because she just didn't have the confidence. You the baddest. You love yourself. I got this. And I said, and just let, it's a little wasp. Just let, it's outside. And just let those words flow out of your mouth. And then it'll become more natural. Because some people might feel silly doing it in the mirror. But there's nothing more powerful than looking your own self in the eyes and giving yourself that energy.
1000%.
I have my daughter say affirmations every single day. Well, me and her dad, because we both add to them, child.
Yeah.
And one of them is, I love myself, I value myself, I honor myself. And she says that at the end every single time. And it's like, girl, yes, you do.
Yeah.
And she says, I'm a magician and I'm a superstar. So, and when we say magician, it's because you have the magic. You have the power to open any door you want to open. So...
so important to know.
Yes.
Yeah. We don't do affirmations every day, but we'll do them often enough, and it always surprises me. Like, and I'll just randomly just speak life into Sasha. I'm like, you know, you're so amazing, right? You know, you're so kind, you're so smart, you're so beautiful. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, okay.
Kitty too, I know.
Yeah,
like,
I
with
know.
the hair flip.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. And then randomly she'll be like, Mommy, I'm smart, and I'm like, yeah, you are. She's like, I'm, you know, whatever, and I'm like, yes, baby, and I'm like, if I don't do nothing else right.
You're doing a lot right.
Thank you.
And I want to say this too. It's cute too when they don't think you're paying attention and they're playing and you hear them say like something like, I'm so smart. It's like, yes, I'm so glad. So you think that on your own, you know?
Yes,
like,
yes.
It just makes me feel so good.
It's just being programmed into it. It's just the best. It's
and
the best.
After you do their hair, after they put on clothes and they look themselves in the mirror and say, I look so pretty. Yes, you do.
Like Sasha just be strutting her stuff, and I'm like, don't ever. Like I was telling you, you know, before we like started recording, it's like I didn't think I was ugly growing up, but I also didn't have the mind to be like, I'm so pretty or I'm so beautiful. And that girl, she knows. Yeah. And she'll even say it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Like,
oh, you look so cute.
Yeah. She's like, you look so pretty, Mommy. I like your hair. I like your shirt. And I'm just like,
and then my thing is, it's like, it's not even about the value of this. It's the fact that you can tell yourself that and mean it. And so it's like, of course, as we get more advanced, it'll be like about like, but are you beautiful on the inside? Right. But it's like, I feel like children can understand just about anything.
Oh yeah.
I taught you do it too because I've noticed you do it. We talk to our children like they're little humans because they are little humans.
Yeah.
But we don't like try to simplify it. We talk to them as if we're just talking.
Yeah.
And when you do that, they catch our drift.
Yeah.
They do. And if they don't understand, Kendi will literally tell me, what's that mean? Good. So that you letting me know that you don't know, you're not pretending to not.
Yeah.
You
No.
know, so
Yeah. She literally shocks me, the things that she understands or she'll say to me, and I'm just like, how do you know that? Or
They
how
put
do you
the pieces
understand
together,
that?
babe.
They do. It's like when you're reading a book and there's all these like words that you've never heard of before, and then all of a sudden you find yourself using them just in your everyday like conversation. You're like, is that in the right context? And you like look it up and you're like, that is in the right context. Like you just figure it out. So I'm pretty sure that's like what it's like for kids, you know?
Yeah.
Like they figure out the context, you know, the word in the context, and they're like, okay, like I can apply this in a different, you know, conversation basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they do that. Because Kendi did that a couple times. I'm like, how you know that? She's like, because. And she breaks it down how she figured it out. I'm like, dang. Some adults don't have that common sense, child.
Didn't I tell Kendi, like, when we had saw each other last time, I had told her something. I was like, she was like, I know a lot of words. And I was like, you sure do.
That's my girl.
She's just so confident.
Yes.
And that's so important.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Cool. All right. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah, that was good. Have we?
I think
I
so.
bet it's been like an hour and a half.
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's 11:50.
Oh my God, you're going to have to edit this down.
No.
You're going to let it be raw?
Yeah.
I like it raw and cut.
Yes, absolutely. Because I'm like, if they like it, they'll listen to it, which I'm sure they will.
That girl, because it got deep.
It did.
My tears popped out of my eyes a couple times.
I didn't see nothing go down your face though.
Because I said pop.
I'm surprised.
Oh my God, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much. This is that's why I wanted to see you sooner, because I'm like, I know this is going to be a good conversation.
Yeah.
I know it is. Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. And now you just need like to be in my life all the time.
I know, and I live down the street technically. 50 minutes isn't that bad.
Did you move to San Antonio and I didn't know it?
No. 50
Yeah.
minutes. I don't think 50
But I
minutes
told
is
you, I was
bad.
like, I will come to you. You don't always have to come here.
I know. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. And we could always go to Austin too, because I'm always happy to go to Austin.
Yeah.
And we still haven't gone to Abba.
Oh my God, my friends are always making fun of me because I love going out.
Whenever I see you at Abba, I'm like, did we not talk about?
I'm always there.
Like, did we not talk about we were supposed to go? That was like a year ago too. I'm like,
It's
oh
the
yeah, we gotta
hummus.
go. That damn plate with the three dips, the lunch dip.
What a spread.
What's the red one? Is that the red pepper?
Japanese, it's like a Japanese sweet potato one.
No.
Oh no, the actual red one.
Yeah, it's like a eggplant. I don't know, but it's fire.
The eggplant one's kind of tan.
Okay, I don't know, but all three of them, if you just in that dang pita.
We always say
pita
more
is
bread, please.
Special, yeah. No, they know to keep it coming.
Look, I talk about food like it is my lover because I love food. I have no problem with it.
Love food.
Yeah.
Wait. Ooh. Okay, we'll cut it here because this is getting into a different conversation. Okay. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll put Klarque's information where you can follow her on Instagram if you want to get some tarot readings.
Yes, come.
It'll be amazing. Thank y'all so much and have a wonderful day.
Yay.